And we're live. So welcome to today's show. Today is March 18th, Tuesday, March 18th. No, March 19th. There we go. Anyhow, today we're going to talk about the two stocks to watch right now. We're going to talk about the stocks that I am personally trading right now. And we're going to talk about what it takes to be a successful trader. Now, if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Markus Heitkoetter. And I show people how to generate an income by trading stocks and options, but not how you might think. You see, people come to me because they want to make enough money with trading so that they can retire and spend more time with their families and travel a lot like I do. And even though they already have some money in their retirement account, they tell me that they don't get enough returns to be able to retire anytime soon. See, they can't seem to find a way to make their nest egg grow, and they tell me that this makes them feel stuck and frustrated. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. Lots of people go through this, and I can totally relate. How can you not be frustrated? You save money, put it into your retirement account, maybe even invest in some of the stocks that everybody is talking about or recommending, and then you realize your retirement is not growing. And how can this not be frustrating? And here's what I tell them. There are 3 things you need to become a great trader, and we will talk about this today. But first, here's something really cool for you. Tomorrow, you can get free ice cream. Yeah, that's true. Let me show you. I saw this today. Let me just share my screen. So, Dairy Queen offers free ice cream on the first day of spring. So apparently that is tomorrow. Did you know that? So do you have a Dairy Queen in your state? So I know that they're not in every state, but do you have one in your state? And if you have one, are you getting some ice cream? So apparently all you need to do is walk in there, and on March 20th, they will offer free ice cream cone. All you need to do is go there and get the ice cream, I guess. All right, so that's about Dairy Queen. Now, by the way, if you're enjoying this show thus far, make sure to hit the like button or one of these thumbs up on your screen. And this shows me that you're here, that you're enjoying it, and this makes it even more fun for me to interact with you. And John, hey, good to see you. Matt, fantastic to see you here. Naveed, Connie. So I see there's a bunch of people here. Good to see you guys. Hi. Okay. So let's talk about some of the stocks that everybody is talking about. Now, first of all, let's jump over to the charts. Let's get rid of Dairy Queen. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones here today for March 19th, Wednesday. The Dow is slightly down, but you see the daily chart doesn't tell the story. If we zoom in and see what happened here, is this morning, this right here, this morning we started off great. We're even pushing higher, and then the Dow basically just puked going into the close. So what happened? What drove the Dow lower today? Today it was trade talk. So there were some US officials who said, you know what? We don't think that China is honoring the deal, right? And this is where traders got nervous. But all the trade talks, does this mean that they're off the table here right now? And so there's some nervousness. Also, tomorrow is Fed Day. So tomorrow, we have a new announcement from the Fed about the interest rates. And right now, everybody's expecting that they're leaving interest rates unchanged. But again, we never know what they put in the wording. So anyhow, talking about the 2 stocks that everybody is talking about right now. One of them being Disney. Why is it Disney? Actually, let me just pull this up here. You see, Disney released a new movie. You might have heard about this. Let me pull it up here. Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel, and I found this morning, has already made 760 million worldwide. By the way, have you seen Captain Marvel yet? My son Julius has seen it, and he said it was awesome. So it seems that $1 billion is in its sights, and this makes it I think the most successful movie for the year thus far. And so you might say, and so Disney even announced, yes, there will be more Marvel movies coming soon. And I'm a big fan. I'm definitely going to see Captain Marvel. That does sound fantastic. By the way, let me just switch over here. I found this here. Actually, my son sent it to me. My son sent me... Hold on. There we go. Okay. Send me this one. A little bit hard to see. Let me see if we can zoom in here. Yes, we can. So this is an infographic that shows you all the Marvel movies in chronological order. All the movies and the shows. And as you can see, Captain Marvel... I did not know this. Captain Marvel here is apparently in the very beginning, right after the first Avenger, and right after the season 1 and 2 of Marvel's Agent Carter. I think Agent Carter is before they renamed it to S.H.I.E.L.D. Anybody else here a big Marvel fan? Have you seen the movie? What do you think? Should I see it? I think I will. Okay, anyhow, what does this have to do with stocks? So, breaking all records. And so what do you think? Disney, who is behind this, should actually go higher, right? But if you look at the daily chart here of Disney, you'll see that over the past 2 days, Disney actually tanked. So you might wonder, why is this? So why do you see that they have these records at the box office, right? I mean, one movie after another. But then the company tanks, and this where it goes back to trade what you see, not what you think. And in a moment, I'm going to show you exactly the stocks that I'm currently trading, and I show you what happened to them today. So it's just so interesting because Disney is one of these companies that everybody should have in their portfolio. It's one of these recommendations that I talked about in the beginning of this show, right? That some people follow and then they're disappointed that their portfolio is not taking off. So I'm going to share with you the stocks that I'm trading here in just a moment. And I'm also sharing with you the 3 things that you need to become a successful trader. Let's talk about another stock. And this has been in the news again today, Tesla. As you see, Tesla has been in free fall. We talked about it yesterday. They announced the Model Y. Nobody was really excited about this. And today... I mean, this here looks much better than it actually is. Let's go to an intraday chart. So this is here where Tesla opened this morning way down because the SEC said, you know what? We double down. We're going to sue Elon Musk because he has been twittering again and tweeting. What do you say? How do you call this? Is it tweeting or twittering? When you post something on Twitter, I think it's tweeting. Who knows this? Put it in the comments. Let me know. What is it? Is it tweeting or twittering? Anyhow, then Tesla came back, and then as the Dow went down and the whole stock market, they pulled back again. And you see, this is a challenge. You know that I like to trade stocks that nobody else is talking about, stocks that nobody knows, because when you are so vulnerable here to the news, right, where you see, okay, well, the movie is fantastic, well, it is not. The SEC is suing Elon Musk, well, they're not. This is where it goes back to trade what you see, not what you think. So let's talk about the stocks that I am owning right now, and I want to switch over to the charts, and then I'm going to show you exactly how I find the stocks. So one of the stocks that I closed this morning for a profit was XEC. So XEC, I got out of this, and here's why. I'm finding these stocks with my software, the PowerX Analyzer, and so one of the things that I'm looking for is when I see a black bar. Let me zoom in here so that you see this. I like to rely on 3 indicators to determine when to buy and when to sell. If you would like to learn more on what these indicators are and what exactly I'm doing, go to mytradingroutine.com. I put a video up there for you that shows you exactly the 3 indicators that I like to use when I enter and when I exit. Now, one of the exits that I have is when I see a black bar, meaning a change of direction. That's what I saw yesterday, and this is why I closed it this morning for a small profit, but hey, nevertheless, it was a profit. I was trying to catch the downtrend here, and at first it looked good, and now it seems that XEC is reversing the direction. Anyhow, another stock that I own is CLF. And for CLF also, let me just click on this here. Let me see. What did I do? There we go. CLF, I'm betting on a falling market, and today it looked really good. Let me show you of what exactly happened here to CLF. Here's something that I did for you. I thought this might be actually pretty cool to see. I actually wrote down here where I entered. So you see exactly, I entered right here at 1077, going short, betting on a falling market. So my stop loss is right here at 1128. And then I want to take profits. I expect this stock to go all the way down to $7.37. That is my profit target. You see, I already know this. I have this in the market. So I know exactly where I want to exit with a profit and where I want to exit with a loss. And as you can see, this is where I entered, went all the way down here. I'm betting on a falling market, so I'm making money. This is why this is all green. Is this making sense? Let me know if this is helpful for you. Hit like, give me the thumbs up. On your screen, there's probably right now somewhere a little thumb, and you can just push it, or there's maybe even a little heart, and you can push this. Let me know that you're here, and if this is super helpful. Would you like to see the other two positions that I have right now? One of these positions, by the way, is really pissing me off. Is that pretty... Bleep. Okay, we need to edit this out at some point. Anyhow, so another position that I entered yesterday, we talked about this. CRC is a stock that I have been trading for a while. Entered it yesterday, and here you see, entered at 24.42. Right now, it is slightly up. This is why you see the green. I expect the stock to go all the way up to 27.72. And if it goes down to 22.79, I'm getting out of this. How do I get the values? Again, this is based on the PowerX strategy that I personally use. And if you would like to know more about this, go to mytradingroutine.com. If somebody could type it into the comments, because I don't know how I can leave a comment here right now. So if you could type it in, mytradingroutine.com, this is where you find all the details. So again, this also nicely up. So it's nice to see that these three stocks have been nicely up. Now here's the one that is giving me a little bit grief. SLCA is another stock. So this is really interesting. I got into this stock yesterday, and yesterday it was taking off. So perfect, wonderful. So you see, my profit target is at $16.96. This is my first profit target, and then I expect the stock to go all the way up to $18.72. Anyhow, so I like to have multiple profit targets, and again, mytradingroutine.com. This is where I explain everything in detail. Here's what happened today. Today it went all the way up to $16.90. I don't know if you can see this on my screen. Just 6 cents shy of my first profit target. And guess what? As soon as it got to $6.90, it reversed. Let's take a look at this here. So this is today. This morning it started here and then went all the way down. Anyhow, hey, I'm still in the green because yesterday the stock was going up 7 or 8%. Today slightly down, and this is where you need to follow your plan. And we'll talk about this in a moment because I promised you that that I'm sharing with you of what it takes to be a successful trader. And this here is a perfect example to show you what it takes. Now, how do I find these stocks to trade that nobody else is talking about? Because who knows what SLCA is or CRC. Actually, in one of my last live events, there was somebody who was working for CRC. This was really interesting because usually these companies, nobody knows about them. So surprisingly, this gentleman knew about CRC. Anyhow, this is where I look at the PowerX analyzer, and I'm using a very specific way to find the stocks that I like. And if you're interested, you can have a demo of the software where Rachel will walk you through and show you exactly how to use it and how I use it. And if you're interested in this, go to mytradingroutine.com, and there's a button after you watch the video. If you want to have a demo and see how this works feel free to do this. All right. So today I didn't enter any new positions. I didn't really find anything that I liked. So the 3 positions that I have right now, again, is CLF, SLCA, and what is it? CRC. XCC closed today with a profit, so this was nice. Is this helpful? I mean, again, in a moment we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? Yeah, what does it take to be a successful trader? But if you find this helpful, leave a comment, let me know if you're enjoying this, if this is a format that I should keep doing. If you like going through a few stocks here and the market analysis and what everybody else talks about and what to do instead, right? Then just let me know. I appreciate all the feedback. All right. Now, before we talk about what it does to be a successful trader, let's do this first. So right now, I want to talk about one of my favorite quotes. Let me share this with you. This is one of the quotes that I really like. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Isn't that true? Here's an example. If you have been following for a while, you know that I have been skydiving. I mean, a tandem jump. Have you been skydiving? Let me know if you have been skydiving in the comments below. Now, were you scared before you jumped out of the plane? Were you nervous? And did you maybe experience some fear? I know that I did. They actually had to ask 2 strong guys to help me out of the plane here because I really didn't want to jump. But how did it feel afterwards? I mean, it felt fantastic, didn't it? But think about it. What have you done that you were afraid of and then you were glad that you did it? You see, one of the most important things in my life that I did that was scary as hell, that I was afraid of to do, was to leave my job at IBM to become a trader. This was way back in 2002. And you see, of course, was this scary? Yes. Did I have fear? Absolutely. So let's talk about it. What does it mean? What does fear stand for? Fear is actually an acronym, and the F stands for false, the E, expectations, the A stands for appearing, and the R, real. So it's an acronym for false expectations, appearing real. Because this is what's going on in our head before we make a decision, before we do something new is what if, right? And for me, when I was skydiving, what if the parachute doesn't work? What if I'm coming down too hard and I'm breaking my legs? And see, when I quit my job to become a trader, all of these programming was going on in my head. What if I fail? What if others then judge me that I tried something and I did not succeed? What if others reject me? And you see, this is where it becomes interesting. We have all this thing going on in our head, all these possible scenarios of things that could go wrong. But think about it. Instead of focusing what could go wrong, what if it worked? And you see, for me, fortunately, it worked out that I was able to leave my corporate job and become financially free over the past years. But often we don't do things because there's a fear of failure, right? And we have to get over it, because if you fear that all these things go wrong, you see, what you believe to be true is true for you. So if you believe that you will fail, there's a good chance that you will fail. So you have to make sure that you set yourself up for success. And because we have this fear, often this is where we procrastinated. Think about it. How often did you do something that you feared where you wished that you would have done it way earlier? For me, leaving IBM, leaving a corporate life, after I did it, I said, I wish I would have done that much, much earlier. So again, I just want to show you the quote one more time, because it's so important. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Take action, push through the fear, set the fear aside, set all this self-doubt aside, and go for it. And if you fail, learn from your mistakes and then get up and do it again. I mean, it's hopefully when making a decision, you're not going to die from it. And you see, money always finds a way to come back to you. Anyhow, is this making sense? Are you enjoying this? Again, just hit like or say yes in the comments if this is making sense to you. If this is good stuff, if this is helping you. I always want to give you a little bit of more inspirational thoughts, right? So, because I know sometimes it is difficult to make the tough decisions. And especially when it comes to trading, not many people are supportive. You see, if you don't have a supportive spouse, trading can be challenging. And this is why I'm here for you to tell you, you know what? Yes, you can do it. Go for it. Others have done it. I've done it. So, I mean, and if others can succeed and I can succeed, I believe you can succeed too. All right. So now let's talk about what does it take to be a highly successful trader. You see, most people want to trade. And then again, they are fearful and say, okay, what do I need? And often they're focused on the wrong things. So here are the 3 things that you need in order to become a successful trader. The first thing that you need is money. Duh. Yes, but when trading, it takes money to make money. You need to have at least $10,000 in your account. But the good news is that many people already have $10,000 somewhere in a 401k, in an IRA that right now is not doing anything. And there are ways how you can use that money to start trading. However, if you don't have any money, trading is not magically putting money into your account. So the first thing is make sure that you have at least $10,000. One of the biggest mistakes that I see traders making is they start trading with too little money. They hope that they can make a living with trading starting with only $1,000. And you see, this is not realistic. You need at least $10,000 to get started because you want to apply the 2% rule. And what does this mean? The 2% rule means always limit your risk to 2% of your account. Now, with a $10,000 account, this means that you can risk $200. And honestly, that's what you need to trade in the markets, because if you risk less than $200, there's not much money to be made. So, 3 things that you need in order to become a successful trader. Number 1, you do need money. Here's number 2. Number 2, you do need a proven trading system. And what does it mean? Well, first of all, here's what a trading system is. A trading system tells you 3 things. It tells you what to trade. So here specifically what stocks to trade. It tells you exactly when to buy or sell a stock, so when to enter, and it tells you when to exit. And I like to distinguish the exits between a stop loss, right, when the trade goes against you, and a profit target. So you need to have a trading system with very clear rules so that you know exactly what to do in any given moment. You have seen my charts. You see that right now I already know when to exit. So I entered and now I have my trade on autopilot. I do not use any discretion in my trading, right? I have my rules and I have my trading system and I follow the system. Now, why do I say a proven trading system? Well, you want to make sure that the trading system that you're using actually works. And what's the easiest way to find a trading system that works? Talk to somebody who is actually using it already and has success with it, right? Don't try to develop your own system. I made this mistake in the beginning. I remember back in 1996, I started programming my own trading systems because I thought I have a programming degree, right? I'm smart enough to program my own system. You know what? That didn't go well. I wasted 3 years chasing the Holy Grail. Just look for somebody who has a proven trading system and follow this. If you're interested in the trading system that I personally use, go to mytradingroutine.com. This is where you see a video that shows you exactly how I find the best stocks to trade, when to enter and when I exit. Again, this is mytradingroutine.com. Or if you would like to come to our boot camps that we do live in person, go to bootcamp.rockwelltrading.com and we'll spend a whole day with you. I believe it's 5 or 6 hours where I'll show you exactly what we do. All right, but I said there are 3 things that you need to be a successful trader. The first was money, the second is a proven trading system, and the third is you have to have the discipline to follow the system. Now let's talk about the example that I had today. So I entered a stock, TSLA, and I had my profit target in the market and it was at $16.96. And today it went up to $16.90 and just shy of my profit target. It stopped and then reversed. So did I panic or tinker with this? No, not at all, right? I mean, I have my system. I know that in the long run, it will work out when I follow the system. So you absolutely need to have the discipline to follow the system. So in summary, here are the 3 things that you need if you want to become a successful trader. Number 1, you gotta have some money. Number 2, you need a proven trading system. And number 3, and this is on you, you need to have the discipline to follow the system. Well, if you found this helpful, make sure that you like it, that you subscribe to it on YouTube, or if you're actually listening to this on the podcast, make sure that you're subscribing to the podcast. Yes, we do have a podcast, and you'll find it on iTunes, Stitcher, on Spotify, wherever you want. But make sure that you give me a like, leave a comment of things that you would like to cover and that you found helpful. All right, I hope that you enjoyed watching this show as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And as you can see, I'm having lots of fun. I hope that you're enjoying it too. If you know anybody who might find this video helpful, feel free to share it. And let's take a look at some of the comments right now that came in here. All right, so first of all, somebody says, okay, it is called tweeting. Thank you. And the reason why I'm looking to the left, because this is my big monitor that is showing me all your comments here right now. Okay, so wow, there's lots of people on there. So good to see you. It is tweeting. Al, hello from Central Florida. Where in Central Florida? Okay, how do you feel about Uber or Lyft? Great question. So Uber and Lyft right now, they're doing a so-called IPO, an initial public offering, meaning that they are going public. And you see, this is always challenging for a company when they go public. First of all, it usually means that now they have to report differently than they have been doing it in the past. I want to show you a few examples of companies that went public earlier that did not work out really well. One of them, we just talked about it, was Twitter. Now let's go all the way back. I'm going to go to weekly charts when Twitter first traded publicly. You see, this is when they started in November 2013, 4th of November. And at first, everybody was excited about Twitter. But then you see it went up to $68 and went all the way down to $16. Another example here is Snapchat. When they went public, everybody was excited about this. And you see, it went all the way up to, what, $28 and then came crashing down to $6. So for me personally, in order to trade a stock, I would like to trade stocks that have been trading for a while. Now, can it be that Uber and Lyft are going public and then it is taking off? Sure, everything can happen, but most likely it will be, what do they say, a flash in the pan? You see, in German we say Strohfeuer. It's like a fire made with hay, right? It burns really quickly and then it dies really quickly. And this is what you often see, Johnny, with these things. Because I want to see if I can. There we go. This was how do I feel about Uber or Lyft? Okay, so let me see if I can add this. Leo's main page, My Stuff, says what kind of chart it is. Well, right now, if you just want to have a simple way of looking at charts, I'm using tradingview.com And the software that I personally use, it's called powerxanalyzer.com. Again, if you would like to know more about this, go to mytradingroutine.com. That shows you exactly what I'm doing this. All right, Aldemar says, please, yes, continue with this format. I'm following you every day. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Matt says, how much did you know about the stock market before you decided to jump into the deep end? Not enough and way too much. You see, here's one of the challenges, Matt. It's a great question. Often traders are making it way too complicated. And this is what I did in the very beginning. In the very beginning, I learned everything and anything about the markets. Excuse me. Gee, okay. See, I thought the more I knew, the better I would be. And boy, was this a mistake. I learned about trading on 1 minute chart. I learned about futures markets, forex markets. I learned about candlesticks, chart formations. I learned about fundamental analysis, and you see, most of this stuff really didn't help me. So these days, all I do is focus on 3 indicators, and if you have been following me for a while, you know that what I do, I can explain to somebody in 5 minutes or less. I actually think in the market, the more you know, the worse it is. So what I highly recommend, find a trading system that makes sense to you. If these indicators make sense to you, try it out for a month on a simulator. And if you would like to know what simulator I recommend, I have a video on that. Just go to YouTube and look for best trading simulator, or go to my channel and you will find my thoughts on a simulator there. Anyhow, find a trading system that makes sense to you. Then go on a simulator, try it out for a month, and then yes, jump in, because ultimately you have to start trading, right? If you never trade, you never make any money. And this is where it goes back to what I talked about today. Fear, right? I mean, the fear of, oh my gosh, what if I lose money? Well, this is why I like to use one of my core principles: never risk more than 2% of your account on any given trade. Because if you have a $10,000 account, it means that you can risk $200. And if you lose it, you should still be fine, right? So if you're afraid to lose $200 on a $10,000 account, trading is not for you. But otherwise, I would say you have to jump in. You have to try it out. Set yourself a catastrophic stop loss. And I personally think after you lost 20% of your account, you should stop and see what you're doing wrong. And if you think about it, if you have a $10,000 account, it means that you can have 10 losing trades in a row and you only lose $2,000. I mean, most people lose $2,000 in much different ways, by just leaving the money in an IRA, having it managed by somebody else who does not know what they're doing. Okay, Lorena is asking, could you talk about brokers? I'll be happy to. You know what? This is a great topic. Let me write this down. Let me talk about brokers. This will take a little bit longer. I don't want to keep you here for too long. So I will do a dedicated video, Lorena, about brokers here. Okay. So, Helen, you're such a joy to listen to. Okay. I bought your system over a year ago, but timing was wrong and I went on a trading hiatus. Got back in the beginning of the year doing well. That is fantastic. So great to hear this. Balancing a full-time job and still haven't made time to learn your indicators and method. Something to look forward to. Thank you so much for your feedback. And yes, absolutely. Let me know how I can help. Really appreciate it. Cool. All right. I know that we have been on the air for what? Oh my gosh, 33 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun, right? All right. I want to make sure. Okay, I was just wondering if I had something in the background there. It is something on my screen. Duh. Okay, anyhow, thanks for hanging out here. Thanks for joining me. Hope that you enjoyed this video. The recording obviously will be available to you, so if you want to watch it again, and really would mean the world to me if you would just leave a comment, hit the like, and also share it with somebody who might find these beneficial. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, and I will find somehow a way to make it easy for you to join. But if you are on Facebook at around 4 o'clock Central Time, so it's an hour after the markets close. If you're hanging out on Facebook, Facebook will probably pop up this little thing and tell you Markus is live. So I hope to see you tomorrow and you have a terrific evening. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Take care.